Hello everyone, welcome to Power BI World. In today's video, we will see how to merge queries into Power BI. Okay, what is a merge query? A merge query is combining two different table data into one using a common value. Okay, so what will happen is the the related table contain all rows, and that will be matched with each row from a primary table based on the common value. So let's see a practical example of how merge query works, and once we see the practical example, you will come to know how we can work with merge queries to Power BI. So let's go to the Power BI desktop. Okay, so I am into Power BI desktop now, and to work with merge query I have to go to the Power Query editor. To go there I have to click on transform data. So now I am into Power Query editor. You can see this is the Power Query editor. I have two queries, one is sample data and one is your mapping data. Okay, sample data contain a lot of data or columns into it. Okay, and a mapping data contains only two columns, which says the advisor name and the advisor ID. Okay, so to merge a query we need a common column. So either an advisor name or an advisor ID is a common column in a sample data that we have. Okay, so if you can see, I have extract dates, I have IDs, and I have advisor name. So I can either use advisor name or ID as my common column to get the details or to merge the query in Power BI. Okay, so let's see how we can do it. Okay, so what will happen when we merge the query, on the extreme right hand side of your table, okay, after the last column there will be a new column added as a merge query as a result of merge query. Okay, so let's see how it works. What we have to do is go to the merge query options in the home tab. You see again there are two options, merge query and merge queries as new, similarly the way we were having in append queries. So merge query will create a new column on the extreme right at the end, and the second option what we have is merge queries as new will create a new query altogether. On the left hand side you will be able to see the query name. Okay, so let's see the very first option, merge queries. Once I click on the merge query, a pop-up window will appear which will ask you to select the table with the matching columns. Okay, so now if you see, you have a sample data which is showing here, so that means that table has already been selected, and in this drop down here you have to select the second table which has the common value so that you can merge the queries. Okay, so now let me select mapping table. I have selected the mapping queries. Now you need to select the common column. So we have two common columns in both the table. One is your advisor IDs and one is your advisor name. So what we will do is we will select one for now, which will be advisor ID. I have to just click on advisor ID in mapping table, and I have to click the IDs in the sample table. So once you click, you see your OK button will be enabled. Okay, once I do it, you have an option of join. So what exactly you have to do with this join? Okay, so before understanding how to use this join, we need to understand what are joins. Okay, so we won't go deep into what are joins. Okay, we will be covering this topic in our coming videos, in this video series as well, so you will come to know what exactly join is. Okay, for now what we will do is we will just select any of the one option, and below you will be able to see how many matches are happening basis the selection of joins that you are considering. Okay, so if you see, when I select the left outer join, see it is saying me that the selection matches the selection matches 2239 of 2239 records. That means all the records are been matched. So let's see the very first option of left outer join and click on OK and see what happens. Okay, so once I click on OK, you see a column has been created which says as mapping, and you can see a column has been added with a name as table. Okay, so what we have to do once the mapping is created is just click on this. So it's giving me expand, it's giving me select use original column name as prefix, or you want to keep this as a table name. So let's say we want all original name as a prefix. Just click on OK, and you see you got the details. Two columns have been created. One is saying as mapping advisor name and mapping advisor ID. Okay, so if we were having 5 columns in the mapping table, all the 5 columns would have reflect here. Okay, so this is how a merge query works. So if I just cancel the expanded mapping, it will give me the very first step that was done while mapping this data. And once you click here, you get an option to select any of the columns. So now if I have 5 columns in this mapping table, all the 5 columns would have reflected here, and out of that 5 columns, whichever column I want to select, I can select it. Or if I want all the 5 columns to be selected and show in this table, it can be done in that way as well. Okay, so this is how you can merge queries in Power BI. So let's see the second option of merging a query, what happens. So the second option, if I click on merge queries, it's saying merge queries as new. If I click on it, again it will ask me to do the same procedure. Again, if I select mapping, if I select advisor ID, if I select IDs here, if I keep the same join I want and click on OK, now instead of adding a new column, a new query will be created on the left hand side. That means a new table is created on the left hand side with the name merge1. And if I scroll to the right hand side, it is the same option that I am getting here. So if I click here, I am getting the option. So whichever column I want, I can select it from this. If I want both the columns, I can just click on OK, and the column will be expanded, and I will get both the columns mapped and merged into a new query. Okay, so this is how you can merge queries into Power BI. A very simple procedure to do it. So basic point to remember while doing a merge query is we need a common column to merge our queries into one. Okay, this is what we need to remember while merging our columns. Okay, so that's all about in this video. Hope you like this video. Have a great day.